The American middle class, once considered the backbone of the country, is now facing numerous financial challenges that are threatening its stability. The concept of the American dream, which promised upward social and economic mobility for all, has become harder to attain for many. While the country is still one of the wealthiest in the world, the wealth is not being distributed equally, and the middle class is being left behind. In this video, we'll dive deeper into the financial situation of the American middle class and discuss the reasons why it's facing such a difficult time. We'll take a look at how wages have remained stagnant while the cost of living has continued to rise, leaving many people struggling to make ends meet. We'll also explore how the erosion of employee benefits, such as pensions and healthcare, has made it harder for middle-class families to save for retirement and pay for necessary medical expenses. Additionally, we'll talk about the increasing amount of debt that many middle-class Americans are carrying, including credit card debt, student loans, and mortgage debt. These debts are not only affecting their ability to save for the future, but also their overall financial stability, as missed payments can have severe consequences. Finally, we'll discuss what can be done to help the American middle class regain its financial footing. This includes policy solutions, such as increasing the minimum wage and strengthening employee benefits, as well as individual actions such as budgeting and saving for the future. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of the financial challenges facing the American middle class and what can be done to help. So, let's start exploring the financial condition of the American middle class and why it's not as prosperous as many people think. The declining rate of home ownership among the American middle class is a concerning trend that has far-reaching implications for their financial well-being. Not only does home ownership provide a sense of stability and security, but it is also one of the most common ways for people to build wealth over time. With fewer middle-class Americans owning homes, they are missing out on a critical opportunity to build assets and secure their financial future. Additionally, the high cost of housing in many parts of the United States has made it difficult for many middle-class workers to become homeowners. Housing prices have risen much faster than wages, and many people find themselves priced out of the market. This means that even if they are working hard and earning a decent salary, they may still struggle to save enough money to buy a home. The lower rate of home ownership among the American middle class has contributed to a growing wealth gap in the country, as homeowners are able to accumulate assets over time, while renters are not. This is a key factor in why the American middle class ranks lower in terms of wealth compared to their counterparts in other developed countries. If this trend continues, it could have long-term implications for the financial stability of the middle class and the health of the U.S. economy as a whole. Higher debt burden is a major factor that contributes to the financial instability of the American middle class. The accessibility to credit, combined with the rising cost of living, has led many middle-class Americans to rely on debt to maintain their lifestyle. With credit cards, student loans, and mortgage payments, the average American household is now carrying a significant amount of debt. This debt burden not only affects their monthly budget, but also their overall net worth. The decline in median wealth by over 50% in the past 20 years is a stark reminder of the impact that debt can have on a person's financial stability. Additionally, with the current economic uncertainty and job insecurity, many Americans are just a few missed payments away from falling into debt and potentially into poverty. This is a concerning trend as it highlights the vulnerability of the middle class and the need for more comprehensive financial education and support. Without the proper tools and resources, it becomes challenging for people to make informed decisions about their finances and plan for their future. The shrinking middle class is a growing concern for many Americans as it threatens the stability and security of families and communities. The decline of the middle class is not only a result of lower income and wealth, but also a reflection of the shifting economic landscape and growing income inequality. The widening wealth gap between the rich and the poor has left many people struggling to keep up, with few opportunities to move up the ladder. The decline of the middle class is a complex issue with many contributing factors, including globalization, technological advancements, and changes in the job market. The rise of the gig economy and automation has made it harder for workers to secure stable, well-paying jobs while the cost of living continues to rise. Additionally, the decline of union membership and the weakening of labor protections has made it harder for workers to negotiate fair wages and benefits. The shrinkage of the middle class has significant implications for the future of the American economy, as well as for the social fabric of our society. It is essential for policymakers to take action to support the middle class and ensure that future generations have the opportunity to achieve a stable and prosperous life. This can be achieved by investing in education and training programs, protecting workers' rights, and supporting policies that help families build wealth, such as increased access to affordable housing, retirement saving programs, and tax incentives for home ownership. This trend of increased dependence on federal aid highlights the growing financial difficulties faced by middle-class Americans. Many middle-class families are finding it harder to make ends meet and are having to turn to social programs for support. This could be due to a number of factors, such as wage stagnation, rising healthcare costs, and growing debt burdens. In the past, the middle class was seen as a symbol of stability and prosperity. However, today, more and more middle-class families are struggling to maintain their standard of living. The fact that 1 out of every $7 spent on social program benefits is going to middle-income families is a clear indication of the growing financial pressures faced by the middle class. This increased reliance on federal aid could also have long-term consequences. For example, it could lead to a decreased sense of pride and self-sufficiency and a greater sense of financial insecurity. Additionally, it could also result in a growing divide between the middle class and the wealthy, with the former becoming more dependent on the latter for support. Overall, the trend of increased dependence on federal aid by the middle class is a cause for concern, and it is important for policymakers to take steps to address this issue and help ensure the financial stability and prosperity of the middle class. The dependence on Medicaid by the middle class highlights the growing financial strain that many middle-income Americans are facing. With the cost of health care continuing to rise, many families are struggling to keep up with the cost of medical treatments and procedures, leaving them with little choice but to turn to government-funded programs for assistance. In fact, Medicaid has become the largest source of health care coverage for middle-class Americans, with roughly half of all Medicaid spending now going to families who are considered above the bottom quintile of the income distribution. This growing reliance on Medicaid highlights the extent to which the financial conditions of the middle class have become increasingly precarious, and the need for meaningful policy changes that can help ease this burden and provide a more secure future for middle-income Americans. This trend of working multiple jobs is a clear indication of the financial struggles faced by the American middle class. With the cost of living steadily rising, many people are finding it difficult to make ends meet with just one source of income. This has led to a situation where many middle-class workers are now working 2 or more jobs just to keep up with their bills and expenses. The rise in the number of people working multiple jobs is a testament to the financial difficulties that the American middle class is facing and highlights the need for meaningful solutions to address these challenges. The increased workload and long hours can also have a negative impact on a person's health and overall well-being, further compounding the difficulties faced by the middle class. The trend toward multiple job holding is a concerning trend and highlights the need for policies and initiatives that will help to improve the financial stability of the American middle class. Job insecurity. This results in many Americans experiencing job insecurity, as they are never truly sure if they will be able to support themselves and their families. With the rise of automation and globalization, many jobs in industries like manufacturing and retail are becoming scarce, leading to an increase in the number of low-wage jobs in the service sector. This, combined with the decreasing bargaining power of labor, has resulted in stagnant wage growth for many workers. The insecurity and unpredictability of these low-wage jobs make it difficult for people to plan for the future and maintain a middle-class lifestyle. As a result, many middle-class Americans are struggling to make ends meet, working longer hours and taking on more debt just to get by. The financial situation of the American middle class has reached a critical point, with many struggling just to keep their heads above water. The cost of living has risen faster than wages in recent years, leaving millions of people living paycheck to paycheck. This is a significant concern, as a single, unexpected expense, such as a medical emergency or car repair, can quickly spiral into a financial crisis. This lack of financial stability and security has left many in the middle class feeling helpless and uncertain about their future. Additionally, with so much of their income going towards day-to-day expenses, few are able to save for retirement, leaving them vulnerable to poverty in their golden years. Overall, the financial condition of the American middle class is cause for concern, and action must be taken to support these families and help them secure their financial future. In conclusion, the American middle class is facing numerous financial challenges, from lower home ownership rates and higher debt burdens to increased dependence on federal aid and job insecurity. These problems have serious consequences for the economy and society as a whole, and it's time for a change to ensure that the American dream of upward mobility remains within reach for all. We hope that this video has been helpful and informative. For more content on this and other relevant topics, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to show your support. Your engagement helps us to continue to create and provide valuable insights and information. Thank you for watching,